at least 18 Indians among the 23 people killed after a horrific LPG tanker blast at a factory in Sudan. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken to Twitter and expressed condolences. He also said that the Indian Embassy in Sudan is providing all possible assistance to those who have been affected. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar expressed grief after the fire broke out as a gas tanker exploded. This was at a ceramics factory in the Sudanese capital, Khartoum. The Indian Embassy in Sudan has issued a detailed list of Indians who were hospitalized, went missing or survived the tragedy. As per the data, 7 people have been hospitalized with 4 in a critical condition. 34 Indians who survived have been accommodated at the Salome ceramics factory residence. The Indian workers were from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. The Sudanese government has launched an investigation into the accident. And joining us on the broadcast this minute is our correspondent Patrick Oyet, joining us from Juba in South Sudan. Hi Patrick, if you can bring us up to speed with the latest that's come in so far.
Yeah, just as you correctly said, Indians have actually gotten, lost their lives, and some got injured in the blast in Khartoum. But let me just make one point. The Indian community in Africa actually play a very critical role, not only in the Sudan. They have invested in factories, they have invested in banking sectors, and also supermarket chains. So they play a very, very important role in the economies of African countries. But in this particular incident in the Sudan, it happened in an industrial park or industrial area, because some of the investors in this area are actually Indians, and as I said, they are very important in this in the economic development of African countries. So they had invested in factories, and this was one of the areas they were in. And the authorities say the truck came into the factory with a shipment, and this shipment was gas. It was being offloaded, and then an explosion took place. So when the explosion took place, many of the Indians were working in that factory, but also there were some who were in the neighboring factories. So the fire spread even to the neighboring factories, and that is what has led to the loss of lives of these people. And of course, authorities say they will investigate and make sure that such a thing never happens again. So that is what the authorities here are saying.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit more about the area where this factory is situated. As you're telling us, a lot of Indians making up the demographic there in that particular region as well, and what the authorities have been telling you so far as the investigation is underway.
Yeah, the area is an area in northern part of Sudan in northern part of Khartoum, known as Bahari. This is an industrial area where it is designed actually for factories to be set up, and this happened to be one of the factories, a ceramic factory. This factory in particular makes tiles that are used in buildings. So this is the area where this took place, and as I said earlier, when the blast took place from this factory, then the fire spread to other factories as well. That's why the number of people who are injured is more than 100, and authorities had to run to come and put off the fire. Those who are injured were taken to the hospital. The hospital also decided to call even those who are on leave to come and help with the number of people who are coming in, the injured people, to treat them. So yeah, it is in Bahari in the northern part of Khartoum where factories are actually located. This is the area that is affected by this tragedy.
All right, Patrick Oyet, getting us the very latest from Sudan. Thanks very much for joining us with all of those updates and perspectives. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you as the investigation continues in that tanker blast. Moving on for now.